Boba Fett has been baptized by the Sarlacc. He's realized he needs a family. As he says, he can only get so far without a tribe.
You can only get so far without a tribe.
He's done working for greedy idiots who don't care if he lives or dies.
I'm tired of working for idiots who are gonna get me killed.
Through living with the Tuskens, he's developed an honor code, one he extends to Fennec. And finally, we know why Boba's taken over the palace. He wants to protect Tatooine and the Tuskens from the Pikes, because, you know, they want to start running their illicit substances through the planet even more. They're going to take over the Death Stick, and back to businesses will be in ruins. And it seems like he's getting a few familiar faces to help him do so. Today, I'm going to break down episode 4 of the Book of Boba Fett, point out a few Easter eggs and some stuff I found interesting. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Okay guys, I just need to rant for a second. I just have one thing to say about the Book of Boba Fett episode 4. What the hell is this? Like, who is this even for? Who are they trying to appeal to here? Don't the writers know that Cyberpunk completely bombed? What is this, Spy Kids? Treasure Island? I don't watch Star Wars to see hipster cyborgs standing around listening to crappy music. I mean, if you're gonna randomly cast Thundercat as some weird teenage desert surgeon, at least get some bass going. What am I even listening to? It's like Boba stepped into an entirely different franchise. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna leave Fennec's stomach open so you can see all the beautiful machinery. Dude, we're on a sand planet. How is she gonna clean that thing? It's gonna get sand stuck in all the joints. Anyway, rant over. Thanks for listening. So we all know the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian are closely linked, but just before Boba saves Fennec from being shot, you might have been wondering what this flare was that Boba saw in the distance. In Season 1, Episode 5 of Mando, just before Fennec gets shot, Toro Calican, this guy here, fired a flare into the sky to blind Fennec, causing her to take off her helmet so that he and Mando could get closer without being shot. And that's the flare Boba sees here, but watch this. This doesn't make any sense. Toro shoots the flare at night. Boba sees flare at night. Boba starts heading down towards where he saw the flare. Meanwhile, Mando and Toro capture Fennec, Mando leaves, and Toro sits with Fennec until the morning, which is when he eventually shoots her. Then Boba gets to Fennec at night. So, are you telling me it took Boba a whole day to walk down here with his bantha? Fennec's been lying in the sand with a gunshot wound for the entire day and she's still alive. Also, the shot of Boba walking up to Fennec is exactly the same in both Mando and Book of Boba Fett. The color's just a little different. Some of you might be wondering, why did Boba call this the fire spray gunship?
Help me recover my fire spray gunship.
Huh? It's called Slave One. What is fire spray? Have Disney changed the name of Slave One because they're not cool with it being called Slave? Well, no, Boba's ship has actually always been called the Fire Spray, because that's the ship model. In 2002, Star Wars bounty hunter Django actually steals the Fire Spray for the first time.
She's a fire spray pursuit special, one of 6 prototypes manufactured for the prison.
So Boba wouldn't say to Fennec, hey, can you help me get back Slave One? Because she'd be like, what the heck is Slave One? No, he's like, help me recover my fire spray gunship. It's clear communication. Fun little fact about the fire spray, in Legends anyway, Django stole it from the Uvo 4 maximum security prison after his own ship was destroyed, and his old ship actually belonged to his mentor Just Muriel. It was referenced in Boba's chain code in The Mandalorian. You can see it here, or there's that little bit of writing there. There it is. Is Din Djarin about to appear in the Book of Boba Fett? There were 2 direct references to the Mandalorian in this episode. As Boba sees the flare in the distance, we hear that iconic Mandalorian sound. And then again at the end of the episode, Boba comments to Fennec that he's short on muscle. Mate, gotta get back to the gym, Boba.
What I'm short on is muscle.
I'm in my gym. I'm Mr. Action Man here.
And as Fennec says credits can get you muscle, we hear the Mandalorian theme again. So, is Boba going to hire Din to come help him on Tatooine? Are we going to keep seeing all these characters cross over between each show? And will we see Cobb Vanth also make an appearance soon? Fake Boba meets real Boba. Spot the difference. When Boba tells Fennec that his tribe of Tusken Raiders were killed by a Nikto biker gang, Fennec says,
Speed bikers defeated Tuskens? That's highly unlikely.
Which really is. We know the Tuskens. They're masters of the desert. They know this land better than anyone. So how could they have been killed by the bikers? Well, what if it wasn't the bikers who killed the Tuskens, but someone pretending to be the bikers? Either that, or the bikers were so annoyed they got beat up by an old bald dude, they called up their biker buddies and raided the Tusken camp with everyone they could find. But finally, this is the Boba Fett I've been waiting to see come out since the series started. The look in Boba's eyes when he massacred the bikers. Just comes out of nowhere and annihilates them. Dude, I so wanted to see him drop a seismic charge on them all as they flanked off and tried to escape. Oh, that'd be epic. Still just as satisfying though. This is great. After Fennec uses her little probe droid to scan Jabba's palace, we get this map showing all the guards. By my count, there are 28 guards. 28! Now, as Boba and Fennec retrieve Slave 1, Fennec kills at least 18 of them. Impressive. So you might be wondering, how did Boba eventually just walk into Jabba's palace and kill Bib Fortuna? Didn't the guards try and stop him after he stole back his ship and killed at least 18 of them? Well, I mean, there were only 10 left, right? And with Fennec by his side, it seems like they could have quite easily killed the remaining 10, minus the 2 Gamorreans who were eventually loyal to Boba. But my real question here is, after Boba takes the throne, why does no one come in here and kill Boba? I mean, Bib at least had a huge security force, right? 28 people. Boba, on the other hand, has the 2 Gamorreans, Fennec, and then a bunch of cyberpunk teenagers. Dunno, I guess now he's also hired Black Chrysanthemum, but let's be real, the Wookiee's menacing, but he ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Boba needs to get himself some more security is what I'm trying to say. I love the fact that Jabba had a chef droid with 6 arms, each holding a knife. Like, literally all this droid can do is cut stuff. He doesn't cook the food, doesn't prepare the... No, he just cuts the food. Cuts some cabbage and greens. This droid is the equivalent of buying a 6-knife set from a kitchenware store. Veggies flying everywhere. Meanwhile, 99 has graduated from torture droid to head chef. Then 6 Arms over here reveals his true identity as the cousin of General Grievous.
General Kenobi, you are a bold one.
Also, did you notice the double gonk droid Fennec blew up during their escape? Not just a single gonk, it's a double gonk. This is new. But come on, Fennec, hashtag droid lives matter. Some of you might have recognized the rabbit droid from the Book of Boba Fett. This guy is actually called an LEP series droid. And they first appeared in the Clone Wars. BNI, Bunny, I guess, was a Republic droid stationed aboard a Vanilla during the Clone Wars. Meanwhile, the droid in the Book of Boba is the palace's designated rat catcher. And never before has Boba had a more worthy adversary. Dude's never worked this hard in his life, chasing him everywhere. As soon as this scene began, we all knew exactly where Boba was, what he was up to, and what was coming. But interestingly enough, Boba says,
That's where I was trapped all those years ago.
So how long has actually passed after Boba was in the Sarlacc? Well, because the events of Boba line up with the Mando, this takes place 5 years after Boba fell in the Sarlacc, meaning he spent around 5 years with the Tuskens. I really wish we'd seen more time pass in the flashbacks because it really didn't feel like 5 years. Maybe, you know, a few months. This scene was great though. Boba turns on the flashlight, looking around, everything's quiet, everything's calm, then BAM! I knew it was coming, still jumped out of my seat. But that's not what I was talking about when I said we knew it was coming. We all knew the Sarlacc was going to die by seismic charge. It's the only fitting way of killing the Sarlacc. I'm just sad Boba wasn't the one to press the button.
Next time, don't touch my buttons.
So when Boba and Fennec went to say hi to the Sarlacc, we could see the wreckage of Jabba's sail barge. Just all around, they're sitting around having dinner, wreckage is still there. Now, I have a question. Is Jabba still inside, just rotting away, old slug all wrinkled and dried up? Did anyone else think about this? So as Boba gets out of the bacta tank, the droid informs him he is completely healed, meaning the cancer, the other diseases, and everything he had, injuries he picked up from his time in the Sarlacc, they're all gone. He's fully reborn, rebirthed. And this is another turning point for Boba. He's ready to live by his honor code and start making some changes on Tatooine. And I feel like we're going to see him in some proper action after this. He's going to suit up, get all his gear going. This also might mean we're not going to see any more flashbacks. I mean, Boba has no more reasons to get back in the bacta bath. So unless, you know, we get some flashbacks of him just having dreams while he's sleeping normally at night, he's not healing anymore. He's not healing from his wounds, both emotional and physical. So no more flashbacks, which honestly I'm kind of disappointed about. There is still a bit of a gap between what happened with Cobb Vanth, him retrieving his armor, going and finding it, searching for Mando, up until him killing Bib Fortuna. So I feel like that could be explored, even though it is kind of straightforward. But if I'm being real, I just want to see more of his time dancing around the campfire with the Tuskens. That's what I'm here for. Why did Black Chrysanthemum randomly attack this group of Trandoshans? He saw they were winning, he was getting upset. You could see they were having a lot of fun and he had to spoil their fun, go destroy them. Well, Wookiees and Trandoshans have a long history of hating one another. Both Trandosha and Kashyyyk are located in the same star system, but each species wishes this was otherwise. What's worse though, the Trandoshans actually hunt Wookiees along with basically everything else. For fun, for sport. So that's probably part of why Black Chrysanthemum here decides to tear them to shreds. He hates Trandoshans, and he's also just looking for a fight because he's a former gladiator with way too much testosterone. Also, we all knew this poor guy was going to lose his arm, didn't we? He was never going to listen. So, are we going to see Din Djarin in the next episode? And what do you think of Boba's motivations? Are they believable? Let me know in the comments. If you're new around here, I have a clips channel with daily memes, clips, uploads, Easter eggs, everything you need. Go check it out. And for more Star Wars, you can watch one of these videos here. And also, for the latest news and updates, come follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and join my Discord. Lots of stuff over there. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.